Yan, recording na tayo. So, ang topic natin for today is job order costing. Okay, sundan natin yung syllabus mo, no? Dito tayo sa job order costing. Under niyan, nandyan yung introduction to job order, systems choice, job order versus process costing. So, pag-uusapan natin yan. Ano ba yung dalawang yan? Pangatlo, cost measurement. Actual, normal, or standard costing. Naintrohan na natin yan. Tuloy lang natin. Next, comparison of job order costing against process costing. Overhead assignment under normal costing. Volume-based or activity-based. Ito medyo bago for you. Volume-based versus activity-based. Ba't na-highlight lahat? Okay na yan. Next, job order costing system. Nandyan yung concept and application. Flow of costs in job order costing system. Flow of documents in a job order costing system. Next, summary of accounting procedures using job order costing in a manufacturing company. Tapos, application of job order cost accounting procedures. Accounting for materials, labor, overhead, and yung disposition of over or under applied factory overhead. Pero basically, napag-usapan na natin tong lahat, no? Nung nasa face-to-face classes tayo. Kaya lang, yun ay general overview ng mga flow of costs natin. Ngayon, pag-uusapan natin, ano ba yung job order costing? And compare natin siya with process costing. So ito, yung job order costing, ito yung madali, no? Mas madali siya versus sa process costing. Kasi sa process costing, medyo complicated to and nalito-lito rin ako dito nung undergrad ako, process costing. Pero yung job order, basic yan, kayang-kaya mo to. And yun na, start na natin. Job order costing. Wait lang, ano to? Creative pen displays. Ayan, naiwan ko kasi yung pen tablet ko sa school. Akala ko kasi may pasok. Eh, nag-suspend. Ay, nag-online class pala. So, ang ginawa ko, nanghiram ako ng pen sa friend ko. Eh, yung pen niya, iba yung settings. Kaya inayos-ayos ko pa siya kanina. Ngayon, okay na. Pwede na natin gamitin. Ayan. So, itong job order costing handout, uploaded naman na sa Teams mo. Pero bago tayo mag-proceed dyan, ah, discuss ko na lang no, ng ah, mano-mano muna yung cost accounting. So, ano ba yung job order costing na yan tsaka process costing? So, basically, yung dalawa na yan ay under ng mga cost accumulation methods. So, lagay natin, ay, ayaw niya sumulat ng maayos. Wait lang, medyo naninibago ako dun sa pen. Ano yun? May nag-chat ba? Naka-record to sa OBS. Huwag ka magre-record dito sa Teams kasi maglalag. So, under cost accumulation methods yung dalawang yan. Accumulation methods. Yung dalawa. Okay? Si job order tsaka si process costing. Actually, may pangatlo, si hybrid costing. Si hybrid costing, may properties siya na kagaya kay job order tsaka kay process. O tinatawag din tong operations costing. Okay? So itong tatlo na to ay under ng broader category na tinatawag na absorption costing. Okay? So ito, siguro hindi mo pa alam kasi inaaral to sa management services na subject. Yung absorption costing, sinasama as product cost yung mga direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. So tama, no? Yan yung alam mo so far. Direct materials, direct labor, overhead, yan yung mga kasama as product cost under absorption costing. Eh ano ba yung counterpart niya? Meron tayo kasing tinatawag na variable costing. Okay? Dito kay variable costing, only variable costs yung kasama as product cost. Variable costs only. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga variable cost na yan? Kasama dyan si direct material, si direct labor. Si overhead, yung variable factory overhead lang ang kasama dyan. Yung fixed factory overhead, this is considered as a period cost or expensed as incurred. Okay? So, ito naman yung variable costing na to, future topic mo pa yan sa siguro strat cost o strategic cost management yan. Strategic cost management. So, after yata ng cost accounting mo, strategic cost management naman yung magiging subject mo. Pero yon, dito pa lang, sa intro pa lang natin, na-encounter mo na si variable costing. Okay? So, ito nga, hiwalay muna natin siya, no? Hindi pa natin naaralin yan sa ngayon. Hiwalay muna natin siya dyan. Dito tayo sa taas, absorption costing. Okay? So, itong absorption costing and variable costing na yan, under pa rin siya ng mas broad na category, which is yung tinatawag na traditional costing methods or yung makaluma o yung hindi pa uso yung computerized na systems. Yan yung ginagamit, absorption costing and variable costing. Kasi may mga makabago na mga methods, no? Yung mga backflash, which is aaralin din natin dito, no? Ito, backflash, just in time, aaralin din natin yan. Pero yan, mga yon ay under ng uh, newer costing methods. So, lagyan na lang natin dito yung newer costing methods. So, kasama doon si just in time, si backflash. Sino pa? Tingnan natin sa ano mo syllabus kung ano pa mga isasama natin. Activity-based, ayan. Sama natin si ABC. Tapos, ayan. So far, yan lang naman. Ano. So, lagyan natin dito si ABC. Sama natin si ABC dyan. Tapos, idagdag na rin natin si throughput costing. Si throughput costing. Yan. Pero ito, santabi muna natin sila ulit. Pero ngayon pa lang, alam mo na may mga ganyang klase ng costing methods tayo. Okay? So, ayan. So, overview nung aaralin natin today. Nandito tayo kay job order costing. So, yung buong ito, yung mga yan, ay pwede mong gamitan ng nasaan na yun? Nasaan na yun? Ito. Cost measurement na actual, normal, at saka standard costing. So, pwede natin isulat dito na pwede natin silang gamitan ng actual, normal, tsaka standard costing. Yan. So, mahalaga na sa point na to, alam mo yan. Okay? Now, proceed tayo sa difference nitong job order versus process versus hybrid. Sige. Dito lang natin lagay, no? Job order, process costing, tsaka hybrid. So, pwede natin i-categorize yung kanilang differences sa unang part, which is cost accumulation. Paano ba tayo nag-accumulate ng cost? Under job order costing, under process costing, tsaka under hybrid costing. So, yung cost accumulation natin, ibig sabihin, paano tayo nag-iipon ng cost para sa isang, para dun sa mga inventory items natin, paano natin iniipon yung cost dun? Sa job order, per job. Iipunin natin per job. Okay? So, paano natin gagawin yon? Other category kung saan pwede natin compare si job order and process costing is the documents used. So, for job order costing, ginagamitan natin yan ng job cost sheet. Okay? So, dito makikita mo na per job, for example, yung job 1, meron siyang mga sarili niyang work in process account. So, doon mo iniipon yung mga costs related dun sa job na yun. So, per job, nag-accumulate ka ng cost. Okay? Kaya siya nga tinatawag na job order costing. So, ginagamit itong mga ganito sa mga heterogeneous o magkakaibang or unique na products. Heterogeneous. Tama ba spelling ko? Heterogeneous products. Okay, for example, yung mga customized na items. No, since kada job ay magkakaiba, so dapat lang na magkakaiba yung cost allocation mo sa kanila. Okay? Yan, heterogeneous products. Kung sa job order costing, ang cost accumulation mo ay per job, paano naman sa process costing? E di per process, okay, or per department. So iniipon mo siya per process or per department. So bakit ganoon? Bakit hindi per job? Kasi yung products na ginagamitan ng process costing ay homogeneous products or yung mga pare-pareho naman. Ano bang example ng mga ah, ganyan? Mga food. For example, yung mga kinakain nyo na biscuit. Ganyan. O mga lata ng sardinas. Okay. Homogeneous products. And yung documents na ginagamit for process costing is yung production report or cost of production report. Sige, gawin nating ano to, type, product type. Yan, product type. Homogeneous saka heterogeneous. Then sa hybrid naman, since mixture nung dalawa yan, so yung cost accumulation nito, pwedeng job or per process din. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng hybrid na yan? Yun nga, may element siya na parang job order, tas pwede ring process costing. Example nito, mga clothing, no? Mga damit. No, pare-pareho yung materials na ginamit pero iba-iba yung sizes. So parang mga ganun. Or iba-iba yung mga branding. Yan. So pwede nating sabihin na combination na lang to yung product type niya. Combination. Documents used, pwedeng combination din. Okay. Then ano pa ang pwede nating i-differentiate sa kanila? Yung accounts used, pare-pareho naman yan. Merong raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. So, similar lang. So, accounts used, same lang yan. Raw materials, work in process, finished goods. Raw materials, WIP, FG. Raw materials, WIP, FG. Okay? So, ayan yung tatlo na under ng absorption costing. Okay? So, tingnan nga natin. Ayan. Sige, tuloy lang natin, no? Tuloy lang muna natin. So, nabanggit natin kanina dito itong actual, normal, and standard costing na tinatawag naman na, ba't paling, cost measurement system. Cost measurement system. So, yung tatlo na yan, i-compare din natin in a table. Actual, normal, and standard. Pwede ba tayong, hindi, sa baba na lang. Actual, normal, tsaka standard. Hindi, paha lang. Paano tayo? Pag ganito. Actual, normal, tsaka standard. Okay? Tapos, sabi natin, gagamitan mo siya lahat ng direct materials, direct labor, tsaka overhead. Ibig sabihin, product cost lahat yan. Direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. So, since cost measurement system, ang sinasagot mong tanong dito is, paano mo mini-measure yung direct materials under actual costing? And paano mo mini-measure yung direct materials under normal costing? Tas, paano mo mini-measure yung direct materials under standard costing? So, ang makasagot dyan, under actual costing, lahat itong tatlo na to, direct materials, direct labor, and overhead, measured yan at actual cost. Okay? Napag-usapan na natin to before. Okay? Nag-drawing pa tayo dyan ng T-accounts, no? Ng manufacturing overhead control. Na yung overhead is nilalagay mo yung actual overhead dito sa debit side. Yan. Actual overhead. Kasi sa normal costing, yung direct materials, actual pa rin yung measurement niyan. Direct labor, actual din. Pero yung overhead, dito na papasok yung applied. Or standard. Tawagin na natin siyang standard. So, dito yung applied. Then sa standard costing, lahat yan measured at standard. Okay? Baka yung naiisip mo, bakit hindi na lang po actual lahat yung gamitin na measurement? Kasi nga, yung actual cost, malalaman mo lang after na ng production. So, medyo hindi siya ah, usable na, no? Ibig sabihin, tapos na yung production, saka mo lang malalaman yung actual costs. Kaya tayo nagsiset ng mga predetermined overhead rate under normal costing para habang maaga pa makapag-apply na tayo ng overhead. And sa standard costing naman, lahat to, sinesetan ng standard. Paano mo kinukuha yung standard? Maraming basis, no? Direct materials, pwede kang gumamit ng historical na prices sa market. Direct labor, yung mga wages naman. Then overhead dito, medyo complicated na, gagamit ng mga engineering methods. No? And yun nga, yung standard, uh, itong standard costing na to, I think nasa finals natin siya. Madadaanan natin sa finals. Ayun, standard cost and operating performance. So, nandito siya sa final period. Okay? So for now, siguro yung mga examples na lalabas naman is naka-normal costing yung job order costing natin. So palagi kang may makikita diyan ng mga overhead applied, tas mga 'yan. So ito, normally yung lalabas na sample problems. Normal costing. Okay. So tingnan nga natin kung ano na mga nadaanan natin. Intro, system of choice, cost measurement, comparison. Okay, so ito, so far ang napag-usapan natin 1 to 4. So far, may question ba? Raise your hand kung meron. Kung wala, pumuso ka. Okay. Okay, nag-heart sila. So far, so good. O sige. Sige, save ko to. Tapos proceed tayo dun sa handout. Masa yung handout? Ito. Yan. So, simulan natin. Job order costing. Introduction to job order costing. So, basahin lang natin ha. Pero nabanggit na natin to kanina. Halos lahat. Now, job order costing is a cost accounting system designed for organizations that manufacture unique, custom-designed, or low-volume distinct products or services. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina na heterogeneous o magkakaiba, unique. Unlike continuous process manufacturing, cost under job order costing, specifically direct materials, direct labor, and overhead are accumulated separately for each specific job or customer order. Okay, yung sinasabi natin, no? Na tinatawag siyang job cost sheet. Sige. Mm, tingin tayo ng actual example ng job cost sheet. Job cost sheet sample. Kasi dati mga printed talaga siya. Ito, ayan, example. Printed document talaga. Pero ngayon kasi dahil may mga systems na, automated na rin yung mga yan. So ito, itsura ng job cost sheet. So makikita natin dito, yung job number, 2B47. Tapos nasa department mailing siya. Then ito yung mga costs na na-accumulate for this specific job o yung 2B47. So mayroon siyang direct materials totaling $1,404, direct labor na 180, tas overhead na 216. Yan. So yan ang itsura ng job cost sheet. So dito tayo nag-accumulate ng costs for job order costing. Okay. Uy, may palabas. Ano yun? Ay, generica pala. Nagbago yung ads. Okay, tuloy tayo. Ganun ang itsura ng job cost sheet. No? Next, primary objective ng job order costing is to calculate the total cost and unit cost of a specific job to enable accurate pricing, product profitability evaluation, and cost management. Yan. So, simple English na yung ginamit nyo dyan. Kaya madaling maintindihan. Next, typical applications, yun nga, for custom furniture building, commercial construction, specialized machinery fabrication, legal or audit engagement. So ito, good example, no, yung legal or audit engagements. Kasi iba't ibang clients, iba't iba yung gagawin mong trabaho dyan. So yung pag-accumulate mo ng cost, iba-iba rin. And in actual practice, no, kapag nag-work ka na sa auditing firm, ikaw mismo, since auditor ka, no, so ikaw ipapasok sa labor part. So yung sahod mo as An auditor, china-charge mo yan sa mismong client code. For example, ang kliyente mo ay, ano ba magandang client? Kunwari ano na lang, may favorite ko naman si Jollibee. Kunwari client mo si Jollibee, tapos ino-audit mo si Jollibee. Kunwari ikaw ay nasa SGV kunwari, So sa SGV ka, ino-audit mo si Jollibee, tapos 'pag magsasahuran na or 'pag, ah, usually siguro ano 'to, weekly. Sa EY kasi dati weekly yung ginagawa namin. So gumagawa ka ng timesheet. Gagawa ka ng timesheet as an auditor. Yung timesheet mo, ilalagay mo do'n lahat ng mga kliyente mo for that specific week. So from Monday to Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tapos nakalatag lahat ng clients mo, kunwari si Jollibee, JFC. Tapos siyempre, ilalagay mo ilang hours yung tinrabaho mo kay Jollibee nung Monday. So kunwari 8 hours. Nung Tuesday, nag-overtime ka ng konti. So naging 10 hours. Nung Wednesday, nag-overtime kang malala, naging 14 hours. Thursday, hindi ka na nag-charge. Tapos Friday, wala na rin. So ganyan yung timesheet mo. So specifically, si Jollibee lang yung chinarge mo for the work you did on Monday, from Monday to Wednesday. So ganun yung ginagawa. Yan. So good example yung auditing firm. Next, printing services and medical procedures. Ayan, siyempre iba-iba rin naman yung mga medical procedures na ginagawa sa mga pasyente. So ayun. Systems choice, job order versus process costing. So selecting the appropriate product costing system is driven by the nature of the production flow and product characteristics. So sabi natin, job order costing choice is adopted when products or services are heterogeneous. Paulit-ulit na tayo, no? Costs are directly assigned to specific job numbers. Process costing naman, when products are homogeneous or identical, mass-produced, costs are collected by department or process over a period of time and averaged across all units. So, di ba? Basahin mo pa lang, complicated na. Samantalang yung job order costing, straightforward. Kaya alam mo na itong process costing yung medyo challenging sa midterm, no? Yan. So ito, napag-usapan na natin, cost measurement, actual, normal, or standard costing. So first can assign product cost components using one of three primary measurement methods. Ayun. So actual costing, normal costing, and standard costing. So ito, yung table na ginawa rin natin kanina. No? Kaya lang sa kanya, pahalang. Okay, nandito yung actual, normal, and standard no, sa akin. Sa kanya naman ay nakatayo. So actual, normal, and standard. So ganun lang din yan, laman yan. No? For direct materials, under actual costing, syempre actual cost yan. Normal costing, actual cost din. Under standard costing, naka-standard na yung direct materials. Kasi nga, lahat yan, pati direct labor, pati overhead, naka-standard. Kaya actual naman, actual lahat. Then kay normal, actual yung direct materials and direct labor, applied overhead naman, yung for overhead. Tapos yung formula, ito nga, predetermined overhead rate times location base. So standard costing, standard rate times standard base. Yun nga, aralin natin yan sa final period naman. So key accounting insight, actual costing is rarely feasible. Nabanggit na natin to before, no? In practice, because actual overhead costs fluctuate seasonally and full annual overhead figures are unknown until year-end. So sa dulo mo na malalaman yung actual overhead. Consequently, normal costing is the industry standard for job order environments. So kaya yung mga problems na isosolve natin, karamihan, puro normal costing. Okay. So sige, before tayo mag-continue, short break lang, no, mga 10 minutes. Balik tayo ng 3:50. Stop lang natin yung recording muna.